is Charlie from Charlie's Awesome World of Adventures, and today I'm going to give you my review on Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. Taking place after Spider-Man No Way Home, Doctor Strange meets a girl called America who has the power to travel through in the multiverse. As Anne is on the run because there are monsters that's trying to get at her power. Wanda offers to look after America, but it turns out to be a trap for the Scarlet Witch. Each side of her to try to steal Wanda's to steal America's power. Now Strange in America are going to have to travel through the multiverse so Strange can keep America safe from the Scarlet Witch. I'm not gonna lie, even though I hadn't seen the first film until Monday, which was a great film on its own, I was super hyped for the sequel. Aida's had me really excited for it, especially the fact how they show the trailer for this of the end of Spider-Man No Way Home. It's not really something in it the MCU usually does. So I was so excited to put it on look at the next day, which was today, and I was gonna say this, and I will say this. This might be one of my favourite MCU films. Seriously, it's that good. Definitely an improvement over the predecessor in my opinion. So let's get into the characters. I'd say that this movie offers a lot more development to the characters and goes further into than they usually do. It gives us time to know more about the characters and how they're doing with all these situations. With the main Doctor to himself, Stephen Strange and is more of a technical person, so who has to try. I keep America away from the Scarlet Witch. However, there is a side of him that does wonder what a life would be like if he was able to get Christine, in his ex-lover. You can really tell that's the only thing he doesn't have. You might have all the magic, but as he doesn't have the girl of his dreams, making the fact of her protecting the king America more precious. As for the Scarlet Witch, I don't think it was a surprise to anyone that she'd be the villain. I think we all knew that coming in. But honestly, she was executed brilliantly as a villain. Seriously, it shows a different side to Wanda that we've never seen of her before, or shown how she'll do everything she can to rule the multiverse so she can be with her children again. But not only has Strange got to travel the multiverse, but he also has to keep the Scarlet Witch away from America. A girl who has the power to travel through the multiverse, but doesn't have the greatest control of her power. What I like about her is that it brings a lot of depth into more of female heroes. Well, and plus, she introduces us to more sides of the multiverse. multiverse that we've not yet seen. There are other characters that are there to help Strange out like what his good threat, and now as a new Sorcerer Supreme, as well as we've seen in multiverse versions of our favourite characters, as like Christine, Ian, Wanda, and even Mordo from the first film. Also, it goes without saying that the actors did a great job with their performances here. Having lots of fun portraying their characters, and giving more depth to them, and that we never knew about them before. Now let's get into the story. On the surface, you might think the story is quite simple, of multiverse travel. Well, as well as Strange having to protect this girl who has the power to go through the multiverse from the villain. However, the movie is actually more executed to what you think. I'll start by getting into the best thing about this movie, how it handles the multiverse. Sure, there are other MCU films that do tackle or hint at the concept of the multiverse, like Spider-Man No Way Home, or even the first Doctor Strange for that matter. But the film really dives deep into the concept of it, of what it actually is and what the pros and cons of it really are, and how dangerous it can actually be. It also has an intense mood to keep the scenes thrilling, and have audiences invested with the characters, as making them want to root for Strange to try and keep America away from Wanda. But if I had to say what was handled best about the story, as well as the concepts of the multiverse, is how it's structured. The story manages to do a strong structure. It shows Stephen at the beginning, and then it shows him eating America, and then he goes to Galway. And then a lot of other adventures. I won't spoil anything, but it manages to keep the surprises high and offer some really strong moments, and to leave people on the edge of their seats. And then there's the visuals. If I had to say what the best part of the first one was, it would have to be the visual effects. Seriously, the first one used its visuals as the crowning achievement of the MCU, showing how far they can go with the visuals, and just offer a lot of fun and effort with them. With Multiverse of Madness, that exceeds mainly with the concept of the multiverse, as of how Steve, even with Erica will travel through many different places in the multiverse. Sure, they won't travel as many as you think, but it doesn't go without saying that the multiverses we do go are really well done. And visually, making you really want to visit those places. And like the first film, it uses its magic and power, which to the advantage. Definitely help with the action scenes, which are not only more better than the first film, but really intense and can keep the viewers as excited to know what will happen next. not only that, but I'd say that these costumes for this film are some of the best costumes seen in an MCU movie. Don't get me wrong, the costumes have been great in every MCU project, but here I think they managed to go above and beyond what they usually do, adding more detail that you've never noticed in the costumes before, and have it easily seen, as well as give a nice polished look to them. So overall, it's usually hard for a sequel to improve over its predecessor, especially when it's revolved in one of the biggest movie franchises. And yet, it's a hard task, but when they pull it off right, they pull it off amazingly. Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, and this goes deep into the concept of the multiverse, and uses it as a exciting and engaging movie with a strong and really well structured story, with incredible visuals, and very well handled characters, as with talented actors as behind the scenes. This is an absolute must-watch for fans of the first film or the MCU. However, if you're not really familiar with the MCU, I'd recommend watching the Spot Iron Man No Way Home, or some of the other series and films that are centered around the multiverse, like WandaVision or Loki. Sure, I haven't seen those, but I've at least seen in No Way Home, so I know home in the first film as Doctor Strange, so I know what I'm getting into. It was probably a really risky move for Marvel to pull off, but they managed to offer one of their greatest achievements, and that's an achievement so strong for a 10 out of 10. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Feel free to comment, like, and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Bye!